Now you can start with. Yes. So yes, Udit, you can open the session.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. In the last session of effective technical communication, we studied about interviews. First thing, how we introduce ourselves in the introduction interviews. What are the purposes of interviews like selection, promotion, appraisal, counseling, etc., etc. Then we talked about the nervousness we felt during the interviews and how to handle it. We also saw about the campus selection, why there are kind of interviews taken in the campus. Then we talked about on-site interviews, telephone interviews, video conferencing, which is also another kind of face-to-face interview. Then we heard about non uh, non-impactful interviews like media interviews, which are not quite common for the common people. Then we talked about how to prepare for an interview, like what to do and what not to do, the educational background and how it relates with the position of employer, what's my work experience, and how to express our abilities, skills, and work experience. Then we talked about we should know the employer, like we should research about the employer first, what the employment scopes are there, and how our employer will feel while employing us. Then we talked about the preparation, how to prepare for the interview, in which we studied the situational knowledge, the mental preparation, the physical preparation, and written preparation. To be brief, in the situation knowledge, we heard that we talk we were taught that we should arrive early and the interview takes place, and we should know the place of interview. In the mental preparation, we should know about the company, our employer, and the job we are applying for. In the physical preparation, we got to know that we should get plenty of rest or we will feel a little drowsy or nervousness. And we also got to remember that we should also have some extra resumes and references on in case of emergencies. Then we talked about the icebreakers while talking to our employer or the interviewer we are talking to. Then we talked about personal qualifications, organization, and position we are applying for, and the question we can use during the interviews, and the closing session and the follow-ups that we need to make. Then we talked about some tips for a successful interviews, and that's last, the do's and don'ts of an interview. Thank you.
So very good, Uday. Yes, well done. Very well and very. This is called the really very short and sweet. Can say summary of previous session that we have learned yesterday. So today's session is also little bit connected. So yes, well, first sorry I forget. So thank you, Udit, for your contribution. Now today what we are going to learn is today's our session is on negotiation. Yes, today's we are going to learn negotiation. It is also little bit you can say connected with you can say interview skills, but you can also use this negotiation skills, and you all have used this skill, right or not? In your life you all are doing this thing, negotiation. Yes, we all have done. Is there anyone who haven't done negotiation in their life? We all are doing this negotiation, but now we will learn negotiation in detail, so that will definitely help you a lot. So Udit has opened the session. Now let's see what is negotiation. It is a process in which two or more individual groups having both common and conflicting goals state and discuss proposal for specific terms of a possible agreements, right? What you can say, it's a one kind of process where there are two or more individual groups and both have common and conflicting goals. It can be possible common goals as well as conflicting goals, and they state and discuss the proposal, and they reach to some kind of, you can say, common agreement, possible agreement, you can say. So it normally happens between two companies, or you can say group, or you can say individuals, because one is something and the other wants and is willing to bargain to get it. Generally, we have done bargain, right? We all have done this thing, bargaining. Sorry, yes. This is the term that we all have done, but it is more than bargaining. Negotiation is also part. Bargaining is also part of negotiation. So the aim of negotiation is to explore the situation to find solution. What is our aim? To find solution. And which kind of solution that is acceptable to both the parties. Both the parties. So negotiation is a strategic discussion that resolves an issues in a way that both parties find acceptable. In a negotiation, each party tries to pursue the other. What we all are doing, we all want to try to all try we all try to pursue to others to agree with our own point of view, to agree with our point of view. By negotiating, all involved parties try to avoid arguing. What we are avoid arguing, but agree to reach some form of the compromises. Yes, some of the form of compromises. This is called negotiation. Now, what would be the purpose of negotiation? The purpose can be, you can say, we all need good negotiation skill, not only in business environment but also in the personal lives. Is it true? We all require the purpose. Main reason is we all require mole bhav. Oh, sorry, Abhishek Tiwari, what you have written? Unmute your mic. Who is asking question? Rishabh Raj don't know. Okay, what is negotiation? That I will, yeah, while buying clothes, Vicky answered him. Fine. Yeah, generally what happened is I told you that I can't I have to operate so many screens. So once I change the screen, I can't see the screen. So whatever you are asking, I will see after some time. So if there is any emergency, then you can mute yourself. Fine. You all have done negotiations. Say for example, especially with, you can say, auto, when you are going for we can say auto rickshaw, with auto rickshaw driver, or you can say with vegetable vendor, or you can say when you are buying clothes or something. At that time we will do negotiation, but first we will do bargain. And bargain is a, you can say, bargaining means what? It is a informal words, while in formal it is called negotiation. While in informal way we are using bargaining. Yeah, definitely. We all want to do this thing. We all negotiate for things or issues, big or small, in each day. Even we all negotiate with our parents. Are we not negotiating? That if you provide me this thing, then I will do this thing. See, the height of ourselves, that we also bargain with our parents even. That if you can provide me this thing, then I will do this thing. In our parents also bargain with us. Not bargain, but negotiate with us. That if you finish this task, then you will get this thing. If you get this much of marks, then we will buy this for you. So this is called, yeah, we all do in our, you can say, in each and in our everyday life. So whenever we attempt to influence another person through exchange of ideas or something of, you can say, material values, we are doing negotiation. So whenever we are doing, you can say, exchange our ideas or something for material value, that you all are doing, right? And not all, but we all are doing. This is called negotiation. So the example you can see, for example, deciding on a date for the next meeting of the project group. This is also negotiation that you haven't faced, but we have faced this thing. And but when you will do some kind of project, then also you also face this thing. Deciding with the family which car to purchase, you all have done negotiation. Now, this thing you have done, right or not? That your opinion is different, your father's opinion is different, your brother and sister opinion is different, your mother opinion is different, then you all come to the one opinion, you all do some kind of compromise, and then you come up with one idea. This is, yes, agreeing on realistic project deadline, yes. Selecting a contractor or to build a new home, yes. When we select, we do some kind of negotiation. For example, we have to accept some kind of terms and conditions of contractor, and contractor will accept our some kind of, you can say, requirement and need. So we both reach to one, you can say, one deal. So agreeing on change of election procedure with the students union, or you can choosing a new location for office. So these are the examples that nowadays, not nowadays, but in every day we all are facing. We all are, you can say, doing. Now types of negotiation. Now here your points come. Formal and informal. So there are two types. One is formal and one is informal. So now what is called informal? That we all have seen. When you we bargain with a shopkeeper for a lower price, or you can sell the dress you wish to purchase for yourself. Are you doing or not? Yes, a decision intend to produce an agreement. Yes, Abhishek, right. You are exactly right. Avoiding argument. Yeah, also you are right. Yeah, we all are doing this thing. This is the common thing, and every day we are doing. So this is called informal negotiation. Now it is used for serving a personal purpose. Here it is our personal purpose. It is not for, you can say, company's purpose, or you can say not for, you can say, your team purpose, group purpose. It is for our own personal purpose that we are doing. Mm, I'm getting some buzzing sound. If somebody unmute yourself, then please mute your mic. Fine, done. Now let's see the formal negotiation. As the, you can say, purchase in charge of a company, as the purchase in charge of the company, you bargain with a dealer to reduce the quoted price of an item by rupees 5,000. Now this is called formal negotiation, because you are you are not doing for your personal, for yourself. You are doing for your company. So that is why this is called, you can say, formal negotiation, because here you, what is your role? Your role is you are a purchase in charge of your company, and you need to purchase something, and that's why you need to bargain. That's why you need to bargain. So when we are doing for some kind of formal purposes, that is called formal negotiations. And formal negotiations are used when we need to achieve efficiency. This is also one of the purpose, that we want some kind of efficiency in organizational dealing. That's why we are also using formal negotiation. Now tell me, what is the answer of this question? Yes, company with business is called formal negotiation. Yes, Abhishek, you are exactly right. So exactly, all of you answered right. That the aim of the negotiation is to explore the situation to find solution that is acceptable to both the parties. Yes, not for one, but for both the parties. Now, these are the 6 steps of negotiation. First is getting to know one another. Second is statement of goals and objectives. We will see in detail. I'm just reading right now. Don't worry. Third is starting the process. Fourth, expression of disagreement and conflict. Fifth is reassessment and compromise. And the last one is agreement in principle of settlement. Now let's see. When we see getting to know one another. Now this is here what we do here in this first step. We move more smoothly when the parties get to know one another. What we try first, we try to know each other. Now whatever we are dealing here, I'm dealing with formal negotiation, syllabus, and that will help you a lot in future, especially salary negotiation that will come. Definitely it will help when you are dealing with salary negotiation, whether you are an employer or you can say employee, but you have to do salary negotiation. So first, what will happen? We try to know the parties. Yes, smoothly we just know the party. Now then, it should begin with observing, listening, and learning. So whenever we are going for any kind of negotiation, first of all we need to observe, listen, and learn. Then it is also a good thumb rule is to keep the beginning friendly, relaxed, yet business-like. Yes, friendly and relaxed, but should be business like. Means what? Can anyone tell me what is called? What is the meaning of this statement? Sorry, this statement. Nobody? Anyone wants to try? Friendly. Yes, friendly. It's fine.
May I try, ma'am?
Yeah. Yes,
Ma'am,
Ravi.
yes, I think it's friendly nature. Dislike means to cope up with that person or to a friendly nature or to make a good relationship with that person.
Right. Yes, acceptable. Good. So the meaning said that that we should start with. It's a rule. It's not a thumb rule. It's a good rule that if you we should begin with friendly, relaxed, and yet business-like. It means that there should be some friendly is fine, but we should be, you can say, in a business-like. Business-like means that should be some formal thing. We should be in a relaxed way, but along with, you can say, in a is like business, you can see that terminology is completely like a business, that it is not like, you can say, it's not an informal way, friendly, but you can say in a formal way. You We should start with in a formal way, because we are learning formal negotiation. That's why not too much friendly, you can say. Next is statement of goals and objective. Now, after, you can say, opening the negotiation, froze into a general statement of goals and objective by the involved parties. That what is their goal? What is their objective? The parties are just beginning to explore the needs of the other. So, the good idea to make the initial statement positive and agreeable. So build an atmosphere of cooperation and mutual trust. Now, what is the main point of all these 4 points is that we should be, you can say, clear with our goals and objectives. That what we want and what is our goal. What kind of, you can say, we should also, you can say, make them aware about our goals and objectives and what we want. And for this thing, we need to build an atmosphere of cooperation and mutual trust. That the somebody can, that the other party can trust you. So that is why we need to require cooperation and mutual trust. And that is why our statement should be positive and agreeable. Agreeable means what? Do not bargain or do not negotiate for, you can say, big share. Do not ask those things which are not possible, which are not realistic. So that is why ask for agreeable thing, negotiate for agreeable thing. Then only you will get success in negotiation. Otherwise, your negotiation will be failure. Starting the process now. So, as a skilled negotiator, will study all the issues closely before negotiation begin in order to determine whether the splitting or combining issue is more advantageous. Now, either begin with a minor issue or a major issue, resolving all issue one by one satisfactorily. Now, what does it mean? The meaning is that it is good that you begin with a minor or you can say major issue. Do not split or you can say combine all the issues together. Don't do this thing. Don't combine all this thing. But you just put one by one your issues one by one and resolve all the issues one by one. Don't try to resolve everything at one time or you can say everything together, because it will create, you can say, it won't be, you can say, give success in your, you can say, negotiation. Next is, once the, you can say, issues have been defined, often disagreement and conflict occur. Definitely, once you state your issues, that the other parties will disagree with you. They might have some kind of conflict. So now what will happen? The conflict and resolution is not a test of power, but an opportunity to reveal what people need. Now when the conflict or you can say disagreement arise, that some party, that other party will find some kind of disagreement. Now what is your role is? Your role is not to, you can say, test the power of conflict resolution. That you can't resolve the conflict, but you, it is an opportunity to reveal what people need, meant what you require, what is your need. So properly understood, and this should lead to the possible areas of agreement and compromise. That here, what does it mean? That we can clearly disagree with, you can say, or you can say, we can find some kind of conflict when some party, you can say, what is your role, whether you are going for negotiation, you are a negotiator, or your role is that you are the other party. So we, whatever your role is there, but if there is a conflict or disagreement, then what we have to do is that we have to resolve this conflict. That it is not that you can resolve the conflict, but you can reveal that what is your request. Say for example, let me give you one example. That now, for example, you are doing negotiation for your salary. Okay, this is a situation. Now they, you can say, they the and sorry, the employer, you can say, uh, employer tell you that they can pay you only, you can say, 30,000, 30,000. Okay, but you definitely you should do negotiation, right? Now you want to do negotiation, so what will you do? You will put one by one that why you need to convince them why the 30,000 is not enough for you, right? So for this thing, you put your, you can say, issues one by one. That say for example that you are living in Bihar and you need to shift in Gujarat. So you do not have home or nothing. So that is why you require for the years. What is this thing, Abhishek? What happens? Should be satisfied or both the parties? I'm just confused with this class. You all discuss among yourself. I find that sometimes you all discuss among yourself. What is this? If you want to say something, you can say. And one person writes something in the chat box, and other will criticize him or her, or you can say other will, you can say, ask him or her. but ignore them na. You just focus on study, and the same person will ask that
Hello,
afterwards that,
ma'am.
ma'am, I don't understand, can you please repeat? Then I need to repeat. You don't focus on study, but you focus on chat box. And the scholar, or you can say intelligent person, is that who focus on study, don't focus on any other thing what others are doing. Let them do what they are doing. It is online, that's why you all are focused on chat box. If it is offline, then what you all are doing, you focus on, if the classroom is going on, then you focus on that what he or she is doing right now.
हेलो मैम।
But yes, Harshit.
मैम आपकी बात सही है, लेकिन मैम मैं भी कुछ बोलना चाहता हूँ। अगर किसी को ज़्यादा आता है तो मैम वो लीव कर सकता है क्लास। मैम हमेशा नोटिफिकेशन आ रहा है इधर, तो मैम ह्यूमन नेचर है कि वो ज़रूर उसको फॉलो करेगा कि क्या मैसेज आया है। लेकिन मैम यहाँ पे हमेशा एक बार की बात नहीं है, ये एक हफ्ते से कर रहे हैं अभिषेक सिंह और भी एक दो लड़के हैं जो बहुत तेज बन रहे हैं। तो उनको मैम आप सजेस्ट कीजिए, या फिर मैम सीसी से मुझे बोलना पड़ेगा कि आप उनको थोड़ा सा इंस्ट्रक्शन दीजिए कैसे क्लास अटेंड करना है। ये मैम कोई रूल है क्या कि हमेशा आपको ज़्यादा आता है तो आप म्यूट कर लीजिए या फिर उस दिन एब्सेंट हो जाइए? सब किसी को मैम इससे प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है।
Now who are these two students? One is, can you tell me who are these two? Because clearly I am telling that when you take online, then you realize that when you change the screen, you are unable to see the screen. So I am not able to see the screen when I'm teaching. Completely, I'm unable to see the screen. Definitely, because my focus is on teaching whatever I'm teaching. Another thing is I have to handle too many switches and buttons to change the screen. So sometimes even I do not know what you all are writing. So sometimes I take a pause and then I go to the another, I change this, I swap the screen and then I see it, and then I realize that what you have written. Now, what are these two students? Yes, Harshit, you mentioned me. What are these two students? Can you tell me?
मैम मैं
Because I
नाम
do not know.
मैम मैं नाम नहीं लेना चाहूँगा, लेकिन वो दोनों जो भी है वो अपने आप को समझ रहे होंगे कि मैं किसको बोल रहा हूँ।
Why you all are doing? You all are mature enough. I do not know what this thing is going on because I'm teaching in. You can't imagine I'm teaching in 4 to 5 classes. The same subject, even I'm teaching the same subject. And the same age group means the same age group, it means the other classes PC1, EF1, EF1. But they all are not doing like that way. You should behave maturely, and this is for not one student but for all of you. I'm just telling this thing. Stop behaving like a kid. And I'm not here to solve this kind of issues. It is online classes and everything is being recorded, and I personally prefer that let's record this thing and you just watch this thing when this thing goes on. This thing goes on YouTube. Let's CC and HODs, let's watch this thing. So this is for both the parties. Now we should go for the, see, we are learning negotiation skill. Now this is for both the parties. Those who are complaining and those who are we can say doing this thing. Now both, for both this thing, we use both the parties should go for some kind of negotiation. See the practical example I'm giving right now. That now you both need to understand one thing. Otherwise, I need to be strict enough. Yeah. Yeah, no problem, Ravi Kumar. For, yeah, we all can understand the condition that where you all are living. The too, it's a heavy rain, and we can understand that there is the issue of electricity. So for this thing, I'm not scolding anyone. For a battery issue, for network issue, I can understand.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am.
Yeah, no problem. For everyone, I'm telling, no problem. Yeah, I can
Bye.
understand the heavy flood is there. Fine. Now, wherever you all disturbed by class, and then somebody will at the end say that ma'am, they have other classes. The, if you have another classes, but you involve me, indulge me in this kind of issue. Now, what am I supposed to do? Now you take my 5 to 10 minutes, and then that's why I need to take 10 minutes extra. So now, for all of you, if you know so many things, now please keep your control yourself, and I will give time. जिसको ज्यादा बोलना है मैं उसको टाइम दूंगी. You can speak and you can share your ideas. I always give, even in my lecture I always ask at the end that if you want to share something, if you have any query, if you want to comment, if you want to, we can say, give feedback, you are you all are free to give this thing, but at the end don't disturb in between. If you have any query, then you can do, otherwise you just keep the stuff with you only. Okay, now am I clear all of you? And I and don't, I think I should not repeat, please don't compel me to repeat this thing again and again. Yeah. So now reassessment and compromise. At some point, you can say normally one party will move towards compromise. So he or she might offer a price below one stated before. And the response should be carefully stated. Now, first I will read and I will explain. When responding to offers, it is good practice to restate them. Now, what will happen? That at some point, normally one party will move towards compromise. Yes, and they will move. So now what will happen? He or she might offer a price. Now they will offer a price below the one stated. That whatever you said, for example, 30,000, but that they will ask that what is your expectation? Then you will say my expectation is 40,000, 40. But they will say that no, we can pay you only 30,000. So now the response should be carefully stated. Now you need to keep in mind that they want to pay 30,000. Now, when responding to offer, it is good practice to restate them. That whenever you are responding, that you can't say for example, if somebody said that they can pay you 30,000, okay, so you said that no, it won't be sufficient. But instead of this, you repeat this thing that no, 30,000 will not be sufficient, will not be, you can say, appropriate for me. So it is good that you restate them. Next is agreement in principle settlement. When agreement is reached, it will be necessary to affirm it, means positive. A decision about how the final statement will be obtained is needed, especially if additional approval is required. So this norm, first again I will read and I will let you know, otherwise you don't understand. This normally means the placing the agreed terms in writing. This reduces the danger of misunderstanding. Now what will happen when you reach to the agreement that okay, we will pay you 35,000 and you accept 35,000. Okay. Now in this here it is, you can say, it is called a settlement. One word is settlement. So it is called agreement, or we can say settlement. So the final settlement will be obtained is needed. So if additional approved means approval is required, otherwise it should be considered. For example, if you are going on behalf of your company, you are not the owner, then the approval will be required. So this can be the final settlement, but you need to require approval from your employer, right? Because if your employer say that you can you can sell, you can lock the deal in this much amount, but if there will be near around there is a little difference, then if you require the permission, then you need to take approval. So this normally means placing the agreement terms in writing. They need to place this thing in a writing. It means when if you are going for job, then they are giving a call letter, or you can say appointment letter, where everything is clearly mentioned, that what kind of terms and conditions are there, what kind of, you can say, working nature will be there, and what kind of contract is there. So it can reduce the danger of misunderstanding. So when you reach to the approval, you put this thing in a written form, writing form. Is it true or false? So good. So one is to build an atmosphere of cooperation and mutual trust. It is true. It is true. So now there are basic negotiation strategies. You can see on your screen win-win, win-lose, lose-lose. So this we will see one by one. Win-win. This is the best thing. This is the best thing I'm telling. Right now the world is working on this situation. Win-win situation. So it is, you can say, win-win is the outcome occur when each side of dispute feels they have won. Since both sides benefit from such a scenario, any resolution to the conflict are likely to be accepted voluntarily. The process of integrative bargaining aims to achieve through cooperation and win-win outcome. Now I'm telling what is win-win. Here what happens when you both reach to some kind of, for example, let me give you one example and you will understand this thing. That for example, that whenever, say for example, if you are going for salary negotiation, right, and then you say that you put your points, they put their point that the company is new and we can't afford to pay 40,000, and you said I am living in Bihar and I have to shift here, it requires some kind of, you can say, it requires some kind of, you can say, you know, some kind of, you can say, expense, or you can say that I have studied this thing and I have some kind of family responsibility. Lots of things you explain, they also explain their side, you explain their side. Okay, you put both of you, you can say, put one by one your point of views, then you both reach to the one point that is called 35,000. Now here what happened that you also get something, that you increase 5,000, and the person who is negotiating, it means, sorry, the employer also find that they offer 40,000, the negotiator wants 40,000, but we negotiate in 35. It means we also saved 5,000 and you get 5,000, they save 5,000. So this is called win-win situation, when the both parties got benefited, or you can say when the both parties, you can say, achieved their goal. So this is the best thing right now going on, yes, and the best outcome you will get. Now here it is, you can say, win and lose. Situation result when only one side perceives the outcome as positive. So when one party get good thing and other party needs to lose, this is called win and lose. So thus win and lose outcomes are less likely to be accepted voluntarily, and distributive bargaining process based on a principle of competition between participants are more likely than integrative bargaining. Don't confuse with the terminology, that this will not ask in your GTU paper, but let me, you can say, explain in you can say with example, then you all will learn it. That, say for example, win and lose means what, that when you bargain a load for 40,000, but then also the employer, you can say, does not, you can say, doesn't agree with your, you can say, with your, you can say, bargaining number. So that is why what happened, and you are supposed to accept this letter, accept this offer, you have to accept the offer with 30,000, though you bargain a lot. So here what come win and lose, that here employer win and you lose, or you can say convince them in 40,000, and so what will happen if you convince them in 40,000, then you win and they lose. So this is called win and lose situation, where one get benefit and other one. Next is lose lose. Here everything got lose lose. It means that all the parties end up being worse off. An example of this would be budget cutting. So negotiating in which all the parties lose money. This will, you have seen that when both the parties, you can say, fight together, then what will happen? The third party will got benefited. There is a one story in, when we were studying, that the two cats fight for, or you can say that two dogs fight for one chapati or one roti, then third will got benefited. So this thing will happen. And and this is called lose lose, that you both don't get anything, and your both and end up being worse off. This will happen. And this is the worst situation, by the way. Lose lose is loss and loss. This is the worst situation when you both parties got lost. Now let me know what would be the right answer. So good, very good. Now, do's and don'ts of negotiation. Let's see some do's and don'ts. Communicate properly. First thing, respect the other person's time. Yes, if somebody asks that you need to reach for this time, then we need to reach there. Recognize and clearly define the problem. You need to recognize your problem. That what kind of problems I am facing, what kind of, and we should be clear about your problem. Seek solution from a variety of sources. Yes, you can also find solution, that if they say that yes, fine, if you need to shift here, then we can provide some kind of, you can say, hostel facility, or we can provide, you can say, transportation or something, then this is called a solution. Collaborate to reach a mutual solution. Yes, and then both the parties need to reach mutual solutions. Be reliable. It means you should be trustworthy, and somebody can, you can say, rely on you. Don't be fake, don't be, you can say, corrupt. And we have to preserve the relationship. If the, you can say, if the negotiation got failure, let me say this thing, that if the negotiation got failure, but don't spoil your relationship, don't spoil your image. Yes, this is the best thing, because we do not know again we need to work with him or not. Now don't negotiate for a bigger share of pie. This is the biggest, more important thing. To work with the other party to make the big the pie bigger. Yes, don't ask for, you can say, bigger pie means don't ask for those things which are not possible. Do not use, you can say, confrontational language that creates defend and attack spirals. Do develop a friendly trusting. It means that don't use, it means don't use some kind of, we can say, double language, or some kind of, we can say, confusing language. Use friendly trusting relationship with your opposite number. Don't confuse, use confusing language, that you then you say that okay, my point is that, but your 35,000 is fine, but here 5,000 we will deduct for this and this thing. This is called, you can say, confusing terminology. Don't make concession without getting something in return. Do think of what the other party will value, that won't cost you much. Yes, you have to think like that. Don't make concession without getting something in return. If you don't get anything in return, then don't say that okay, okay, I will do this, I will do. Say for example, if they will say that you we will pay you 35,000, but you have to work from 9 to from morning 9 to evening 9 o'clock. So this won't be possible. So don't do this kind of negotiation. Don't agree to a deal that doesn't meet your must have need. Yes, don't do this thing. If you have decided that these are my need, I can't work in, you can say, less amount, this is my need, then don't agree with this kind of deal. And best alternative negotiation agreement, the short form is banta. It means do plan. Yes, if the one deal will not work, one negotiation will got failure, then you should have plan some another option. It means best alternative option for this thing. That okay, fine, you can't provide me, for example, that amount the salary that I'm asking, but then you have to provide me, you can say, transportation allowance, or you can say rental house, the rent of my house. This thing you need to provide. So this thing you need to arrange my, you can say, arrange my residence or something, because that way you can plan the best alternative option. You need to think in your mind. Don't negotiate one issue at a time. Yes, do put everything on the table. Let's start. It means one by one you need to start everything. Don't just keep mudding through if the negotiation seems stuck. Mudding means yes, 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 no, 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 no. This way, don't do this thing. Do change the dynamics. It means move, sleep on it, move to a new location. This is for deal. It means business deal. If the business deal is not working, then you can ask for the location. If you are confused that now what will be, what am I supposed to ask, then you can do some kind of dynamic. This is for business especially, that will help you. Then you can ask that, let's meet another time, or you can say another location, for with some kind of creative ideas. So you, this thing will possible in business, but for job I don't think so this will possible. So now, is there any question from your side? So no like question, then let's, for first of all you finish, you can say tomorrow yesterday's quiz. Just a second, I'm sharing link, and then tomorrow today's quiz. Just a second. Finish this quiz first, yesterday, then tomorrow today's I'm going to share. Done. Now another, okay, I'm sharing another link. And is this is for negotiation today's speech. So done. Fine. Now let's take attendance. Yes, definitely they have taken us. Definitely. Yeah, interview Sumant, the candidate should ask, and you should ask because there might be some question in your mind. It doesn't. ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता कि आपको कोई question ना हो. And if you don't ask, then it will create confusion. So you should ask, and it also shows that you are interested in job. Otherwise, if you say yes, 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 no, 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 it shows that you are not interested. चलो, Abhishek Singh present. Alok, Amod, hurry up, otherwise I'm going to mark absent today because I'm really because you're from your side. If you are not listening, then I'm going to mark absent. This is for last time I'm telling you now. Avinash present, Harshit present, Jaishankar, Maniratna. मुझे नहीं आएगा मैं फटाफट एब्सेंट डाल दूंगी. आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू वेट फॉर एनीवन. मनीष टाइप करके ही रखा करो आप भाई. निधि, पूर्णिमा, रविंद्र, राहुल, राज, राज, ऋषभ राज, सदाशिव, शिबू, शिल्पी, सोनाक्षी. शिबू is absent. Sonakshi, Sunita, Vipul, Abhishek, Vipul, Arman, Gaurav, Om Prakash present. Pankaj, Saurabh, Sumant, Udit, Abhiraj, Akhilesh, Alsef, Aman, Aman, Amit, Ankit, Aryan, Ashish, Bajrang, Bhumika, Brajesh, Chandan, Divyanshu, Gagan, Ashish, Kumari Priyanka, Mananjoy, Ashish, sorry, Manish, Rahul, Rajiv, Roshan, Ravi, Rinku.
प्रेजेंट मैम.
कौन है?
रिंकू.
ओके. रोहिणी, रुमा, श्रवण, सोनू, उमंग, Vicky, Vinay. Fine. So these are the absent students: Sonu Yadav, Priyanka, Mananjoy, Gagan, Aman,
मैम present.
Gaurav. Who is present? मुझे I can't see the screen. Yes.
Aman.
Aman. Okay, is there anyone now present? Fine. Gaurav, Raj, Shibu, Maniratna. Fine. These are the absent students. So thank you so much, all of you. Now in my next session, it means whenever there will be next session, who is going to open the session? Because we are not because ma'am this kind of question asked in GQ is exam like these questions. We do not know which kind of question will be asked. If you will take in MCQ base or which kind of exam that you will take, we do not know as per the COVID-19 situation. So that is why we are giving you training. We are making you, you can say, awareness. If they will ask, then our students should get good marks. That's why we are trying. Fine. So we will begin the session. अभी अल्सेफ पठान आ गए थे, अमित कुमार, अंकित कुमार, आर्यन सिंह, बजरंग, योटान फेम, बजरंग अब पठान आ गया था. I think आपका लेक्चर होगा, so you all can leave. We will discuss on later on. Okay? Thank you so much. चलो, bye bye.